Hey guys, Super Rocker here and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I will be presenting a theory that not everyone has been mentioning, and that theory is, will Athena return in God of War Ragnarök? And I believe the answer to this theory is yes. There are some speculations as to how she could manifest within Ragnarök. To do this, we need to recap the relationship between Kratos and Athena, her overall goal, and a few ways on how she could revolve herself in the story. With that being said, let's get started. So start off with the recap of between the two of the relationship and everything. Throughout the God of War series, Kratos and Athena's relationship tragically degrades within time though. In God of War 1, Athena initially does help Kratos by giving him the power to kill Ares. Once this is done, Kratos then returns to Athena to have his memories forgotten, but it's revealed that she never promised to do so. That one night right there alone started to fuel Kratos' revenge. After Kratos becomes the God of War and continues his path of revenge to kill the Olympians, especially his father Zeus. The rift that once started has now widened even further, which resulted in her sacrifice to save her father, which he himself embodies Olympus at the end of God of War 2. She does this sacrifice in order to stop the cycle of patricide, but it does not work. However, death was not the end for Athena. In God of War 3, her astral form guides Kratos towards his goal under the disguise of freeing humanity. When Kratos successfully kills Zeus, however, Athena reveals her true motives. Her plan was freeing humanity by being the sole queen of Olympus. To do so, she required the power of hope that was stored within Pandora's box. However, when the box was opened to defeat Ares back in God of War 1, the evils contained within it poured into the world, which, cleansed it with chaos, death, and corruption to everything, including the Olympian gods and Zeus himself. Upon realizing this, Athena saw that the power of hope was now embedded in Kratos behind all his guilt, rage, and sorrow. Kratos then realized that he needed to release this power of hope to humanity in order to right the wrongs of his chaos and destruction he's left. And the only way to do so was to sacrifice himself. Laying on the ground, Athena removes the blade and vanishes, leaving Kratos to succumb to death. At least that is what we think until the cutscene does show that he does survive, and that's where we pick up in God of War 2018. Now, early on, there are hints to a sickness within Atreus that eventually, at a certain pivot point within the game, the sickness does overwhelm him and brings him close to death. Kratos, realizing this, seeks the help of Freya to find a cure, and it turns out Atreus' godhead rage and fears was causing this torment within him in the first place. Now confronted with the actual consequences physically within him in order to try to hide from his past and everything, Kratos returns home to retrieve the Blades of Chaos in order to venture into Helheim to get the cure. But the Blades of Chaos both represent a physical and a mental unbearable pain that Kratos has tried to extinguish for years and everything, and now he's having to use the same weapons that killed both his wife and daughter. Kratos, begins to slowly wrap the chains around his arms once more. Athena appears within the doorway and says this.
There's nowhere you can hide, Spartan. Put as much distance between you and the truth as you want. It changes nothing. Pretend to be everything you are not. Teacher, husband, father. But there is one unavoidable truth you will never escape. You cannot change. You will always be a monster.
I know. But I am your monster no longer.
Athena has seemingly been haunting Kratos for quite some time, y'all, but I believe the reason she's able to do this is because maybe her astral form is bound to the Blades of Chaos somehow, and this is allowing her to return to Kratos, or perhaps she simply just followed him of his own free will, or it could be like this simply just hallucination, but who knows? It could be much more than this, guys. But of course, what we do know, guys, is thanks to the God of War official novelization, we know that Athena isn't gone yet, though. She's still watching and tormenting Kratos and slowly planning out her big overall goal. Now, of course, her original goal was to become the sole queen of Olympus after she sacrificed herself, saved Zeus and everything. But that plan was kind of put in turmoil by Kratos, who gave the power of hold humanity but kept some of it to himself and everything. So maybe wondering, what is it that her new goal could be exactly? Well, I believe her new goal could simply be to make Kratos follow some sort of destiny of her and her own making, so which this way it'll allow her to achieve a new goal, maybe not to become the sole queen of Olympus, but maybe becoming, the queen of like the entire world, or maybe all these different pantheons around here and stuff. I know that, there's other ones like the Egyptians and like, the Norse pantheon and all these other areas going on and everything. But hey, it's, anything's possible, like I said, it's just a theory. We're simply just throwing stuff out there per se though, but we could just make some guesses, and these seem to be pretty close to what we could come up with. But with all this in mind now, guys, let's talk about a few ways of how she can manifest within Ragnarok herself. So the first way that Athena could manifest within God of War Ragnarok is present herself as an ally to Freya. So Athena may choose to, present herself to Freya and bestow her some sort of power and knowledge to help beat Kratos. Seeing how, around the end of God of War 2018, she pays Mimir a visit to require a sort of knowledge as to where her Valkyrie wings are so we can reclaim her warrior spirit. But even Mimir doesn't know so much about where her wings would be located.
Brothers, there's another thing I must let you know. From the time you were away in Jotunheim.
Well, tell us then.
It concerns Freya. She paid me a visit.
What did you tell her?
What little I know about where Odin may have kept her Valkyrie wings. Seems she's rather bent on reclaiming her warrior spirit. I'm afraid the cycle of vengeance may not be so easily broken.
And of course, you guys remember, I highly doubt that even Odin would, tell Freya where her wings are, seeing how, she banished her and everything to Midgard, and she definitely might want some revenge on that part too. So who better to present this type of power and knowledge to Freya? Athena. Of course, with Freya vowing to kill Kratos for killing her son, both Athena and Freya do have a lot in common. Think about it, guys. Though Athena was set in motion with the death of her family, her true overall goal was to liberate humanity with hope, not kill the gods, and of course become the sole queen of Olympus. But the anger built up within Athena by the end of God of War 3 complements, that of Freya's anger herself. Now, this would be a smart move for Athena, guys, because in Greek mythology, Athena was always able to best her brother Ares because she would always outsmart him with advanced tactics to overcome brute force. Freya, with her own ability to outsmart the gods and her Vanir magic, could prove to be a powerful ally to Athena, y'all. And their combined powers and intellect could prove to be almost a nearly unbeatable challenge for both Kratos and Atreus within trying to stop Ragnarok. The second way she could present herself within Ragnarok, guys, is ultimately Athena may just continue to plague the mind of Kratos now that he has fully unleashed his past. By donning the blades of chaos, embracing his godhood, and telling Atreus the truth of who he is, Athena definitely has a chance to live on through the revival of his past. Athena does hold two important factors to make this scenario work, guys. The first one being the ability to possess objects, and the second one is pyrokinesis, the ability to control fire. Athena may have possessed the Blades of Chaos, guys, which, is resulting them into always finding their way back to Kratos, and this explains why she appeared right as, Kratos donned the blades once more. Athena is undoubtedly, guys, definitely going to place into a important role within the next chapter of Kratos' story. With God of War Ragnarok closing, guys, and Athena, embodying all these themes like, patricide and revenge and everything too, as we definitely get closer to this game releasing, guys, we'll definitely have a lot more questions be answered. But of course, when the game does release, we'll be left with more questions and answers. But regardless, it'll allow us to see a clearer picture of what will happen within Ragnarok. But that really, guys, is going to cover the theory. Like I said, if I sort of missed any important details, or if you guys had any ideas or theories of yourself about, Athena come back from Ragnarok or anything else we wanted to talk about, leave it in the comment section, because like I said, I would love to hear all about this stuff, guys, and who knows, it could potentially be a future video. If you enjoyed what you see here, I really appreciate if you guys could leave a like down below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe and turn on all notifications to stay updated of all my God of War videos here and my other gaming content I put here on the channel, guys. But thanks again so much for watching today's video. As always, guys, stay safe, stay positive, be for one another, and remember, grind never stops. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day, y'all.